As the heat continues, I was just talking with Kata before the segment this morning that I had gone out to a farmer's market last weekend. Normally, it's a packed event, and there were only like 4 vendors there. I went up to the person who organizes it, and I said, hey, what happened? And he said, I can't get anyone to come out in the heat. So
yeah, I can imagine it.
And the question, how do we help? So
let's see if some of the events we got for this week are indoor events. How about that?
Bingo. All right, let's go. What do we got going on?
All right, so first up, we got Conversations in Art on Alchemy. Now, this is Thursday, July 11th, which is today, at 7 p.m. It's over at Assembly in Norfolk.
Indoors, which is always nice. And what can we expect at that one?
Now, here it says, join us at Assembly in downtown Norfolk for Conversations in Art on Alchemy. This is an artist talk featuring assembled participating artists, Wade Mickley, Karen Freit, and Sam Hundley. And this is going to be moderated by Asa Jackson. Now, these are always, if you ever get a chance to go to these, just go. You're going to have a great experience. You're going to have some amazing conversation with very talented artists.
Excellent. All right, let's keep the indoor activities going on. What else have you come up with for this week?
Oh, Night at the Museum, the world's oldest ham's sleepover.
I'm going to wager a guess and say, with it being the world's oldest ham, that this would be happening in Smithfield.
Yes, it is. I think ham gave it away, didn't it?
That museum and that ham, it's one of my favorite things to do. So,
all right, so this one is Saturday, July 13th. It's going to be over at Isle of Wight County Museum in Smithfield, like you said. The price is free, our favorite price.
Awesome.
Now, kids are encouraged to bring their favorite stuffed animal for a night at the museum with bedtime stories and overnight adventures. So the stuffed animals, I believe, are going to stay the night at the museum.
That's fantastic.
But the kids are also going to hear bedtime stories before they drop their stuffed animals off. They're going to tuck them in and then come back the next morning and hear all about the adventures their stuffed animals or dolls had.
This is so unique.
Man, that sounds really cool. You ever been to anything like that when you were a kid, Chuck?
No, they really didn't. And I think that this is such a unique little idea for the Isle of Wight County Museum. So congratulations to them and the town of Smithfield. Great idea. So moving ahead, what's next? I see magical.
Well, we got Gathering Magic.
All right.
This is a fantasy writers group. This is going to be, again, Saturday, July 13th. From 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
And this is at the always fabulous Muse Writers Center in Norfolk. Tell us more.
Now, this is a monthly fantasy writers gathering. So there's going to be some writing, some critique, some craft talk, some camaraderie. That's always important for morale, you know? And this is a chance to get together with not just other writers, but with fantasy writers. So those of us who revel in wardrobe doors and rabbit holes, who would rather work on inventing a language than learning a language, who long for something this world does not offer.
Right.
Come on in. The water's warm and the fairies are friendly.
It also sounds like an idea, and I'm just going to float this one for someone to show up in cosplay.
I'm sure somebody's going to show up in cosplay.
Could be me.
Speaking of, Chuck, you should come to this next event in cosplay. It's the 3-on-3 basketball tournament. It's going to be Saturday, July 13th. From 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the Greater Hampton Roads Boys and Girls Club in Newport News. Another free for spectators at least, but it's $10 per team to participate. That's not a bad price.
Not at all, and for like a whole day of fun. So, all right, we're running short on time. If you want to find out about these and more events, where do we go?
If you want to hear about these events and more, you can go to creatorworks.org. That's creatorworks.org.
And by the way, we're keeping our eyes and ears open for, events that are at least indoors until the heat wave passes. So if you have any that you want to share with us, it's CanDo, CANDO, at WHRO.org. Kata Plus, been a pleasure. We will see you next week.
All right, see you next week.
Stay cool. Till then, it's Morning Edition.